Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Kill Team Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Geek, where I'll be fighting a 100-point kill team battle between... I will be fielding Harris's Demons here, Demons of Khorne, and Harris will be fielding my Grey Knights. Yeah, I want to try to give it a shot. He really wanted to try out the Grey Knights, and he said he was bringing his Khorne. I was like, well, then why don't I just try out your Khorne? Sounds good. We'll go with it. So that's what we've got going on here. The story that we've got going on is that the Grey Knights were sent into this manufactorum to go cleanse a demonic uprising that has occurred. They're trying to establish a beachhead on this planet, trying to hold different positions so that they can really send in the rest of the force that they were just teleported in to go develop this little landing zone here. The demons are trying to do the exact opposite, keep them from being able to do that. So that's what we've got going on here. The mission we're going to be playing is we just made up a mission. So what we're going to have is we have 3 objectives on the table here. At the end of each round, if you control your objective or the objective that's closest to your table edge, you score 1 point. If you control the middle objective, you score 2 points, and if you control the one closest to your opponent's edge, you score 3 points. That's at the end of each battle round, and then whoever has the most at the end wins. So that is the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 kill teams. They'll be fighting it out. So for the Demons, from left to right, my kill team will consist of a Blood Reaver as my leader. I then have a Bloodletter Combat Specialist. I have a Bloodletter Icon Bearer, who will be my Veteran Specialist. I have a Bloodletter Hornblower, who will be my Comm Specialist. And then I have another 9 regular Bloodletters. And then for the Grey Knights, from right to left, we have his leader, who's a Justicar with a Force Halberd. We then have a Gunner with a Silencer, who will be his Heavy Specialist. We have a Comm Specialist, who will have a Grey Knight Gunner with a Psy Cannon. We then have a Grey Knight with a Force Halberd, who will be the Combat Specialist. And we have another Grey Knight with a Force Sword. All right, so going over deployment here, we have my leader over on this side on my objective. I've got a whole bunch of Bloodletters together here. We got the combat guy up front there. We've got the Veteran Specialist with the banner. And we got the Comm Specialist with the horn back over here, all creating this little blob of death that's hopefully going to be moving across the table here. My opponent's deployment here, he's got his leader on this side. He's got his the Combat Specialist in the middle there, the regular guy. Then we've got the Heavy and the Comm Specialist over on this side sitting on that objective. So that is deployment. We will now roll off to see who will have initiative going into turn 1. My opponent rolls a 7. I rolled an 11. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Demons. All right, movement phase for the Demons here. Super easy. Everybody advance. Running up here, really taking advantage of that +1 to the advance because of the musician, and everyone goes up. And then my 2 guys back over here with the buffs stayed within 6 inches of everybody, so they'll get that buff again next turn. And then my leader just stayed back here on the objective, getting me some points. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Grey Knights. All right, movement phase for the Grey Knights. Everybody readied except for his leader, who moved up a bit, a scotch, to be within smiting range over this way. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so his leader here is going to start us off with a side bolt into my dude bro up front over here. So it's going to be looking for a 4 because he's got, 1 second. Sorry, yep, he's going to be looking for a 4 because they get +1 to their casting. It takes a 5 to get. So he's going to be casting it into him over there. That will go off with that +1 there, so that should work. He does D3 mortal wound. Well, he's only got 1, so he's only got 1 wound, so it'll take him down because it's not D3 damage, it's mortal wounds. Yeah, so into the injury roll here with a whoa! He was a 1. No, come on! How could you fail me like that? Oh man, so he's out. All right, so now his guy over here is going to give a second side bolt. Rites of Banishment over here with his side bolt. So here we go. He's looking for a 4 as well. That will go off. Does D3, but it doesn't make a difference. Injury roll, he is out.
Winning on 3s.
All right, so into the shooting phase, we're going to go with the ready guys here. We're going to go with his guy with the silencer. He's going to get the +1 to hit from the Comm Specialist, and he's going to split his attacks between these 2 guys up front here. He's going to put 3 and 3. So they are more than half range, and they are obscured. So it's going to be would be looking for 5s because of that, but now looking for 4s because of the comm specialist. So this is going to be the front guy over there, looking for, that's going to be 1 hit.
And 3 to wound.
3 to wound. That is a wound. 5 up invul save because that's what demons get. No, so injury roll. What's the damage on that? What's that?
1 damage.
1 damage. Oh, he takes a flesh wound. And then into the back guy over here, same thing. That's going to be 1 hit there.
Same thing.
That's not going to be a wound though. All right, so now his comm specialist is going to fire into my 2 bros over here, 2 and 2. He is obscured and more than half, or no, what's the range on this?
24.
24, yeah, so he's more than half range here. So we're going to go with the furthest guy and then the closest guy. These are going to be hitting on 5s. That's going to be 1 hit.
2 to wound.
2 to wound. That's a wound. 5 up invul save. No, that's going to go through. What's the damage on that one? D3. Whoa.
Sorry, it was D3 on the silencer.
Oh, it was D3 on the silencer. Well, messed up on that one.
Yeah,
too late.
This is damage 1.
This is damage 1. Okay, so here we go. So injury roll. He's out of action. Yeah. And now into this guy over here.
5.
5's again to hit. That's a hit.
In 2.
2. That's a wound. 5 up invul. No. Takes him out. All right, the leader here is going to fire his Stormbolter into my flesh-wounded bro over there. That's going to be no hits there. From the combat specialist, same thing. That's going to be 1 hit. That is a wound. That's not a save. And he's out. And the last Stormbolter guy is going to shoot into the next closest guy over here.
Yeah,
getting 1 hit. Getting a wound. And no, save again. Oh, he takes a flesh wound. Alrighty, so that's going to be the end of the turn. I don't have to roll for a break test yet. I lost 5 guys. I need to lose, what was it, like 2 more guys? I think 7 guys before I have to roll to see if I'm broken. And I spent 1 CP to give him basically just auto pass his morale there so he doesn't have a nerve test because he's just within 2 inches there getting me that center objective at the end of the turn. So I get 3 points. My opponent gets 1, so it is
enjoy it while it lasts.
Enjoy it while it lasts, seriously, as I got the guys there. So it's going to be 3 to 1 to the demons here at the end of turn 1. So now we will roll to see who will have initiative going into turn 2. With my 6, my opponent's 3. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the demons. All right, movement phase. These guys all advanced, rolled really poorly, even with the +1. So they all ended up basically forming a line back over here behind this there. This guy advanced very well, actually, so he ran around over this way. These guys advanced horribly, so they had to move up here so they could stay within 6 inches of bros for next turn. He just moved up here into cover, and he stayed back there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the movement phase for the Grey Knights, forgotten. All right, movement phase for the Grey Knights. His leader up here advanced up to try to contest that objective. His dude bro up here just moved up. He moved up, and then these guys readied themselves. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so now his leader is going to use Psybolt into the middle guy of the pack over there. It's going to go off. So see injury roll. Gives him a flesh wound. And then this guy's going to smite into the guy at the barrel there. That's going to go off. That's going to take him out. Yes, because even the -1 for the obstruction there, it still is a 4, so he's out. All right, so now his combat specialist is going to start us off in the shooting phase, shooting into the flesh wounded guy there. 4 shots hitting on 3s because he is not obscured. So that's going to be 3 hits. These are going to be wounded on 3s. That's going to be 2 wounds, 2 5 up saves. Come on, get a save. Oh, just the 1 save. That's true. I did say 1. I should have been more specific. So here we go. Needs a 4. No flesh wound.
4s because you're obscured.
All right, so now his heavy specialist is going to shoot everything into my Dubro there. He's going to get the +1 from the comm specialist. He's within half, so it's -1 for obscurement, +1 for the comms, hitting on 3s. 6 shots. Oh boy, that's going to be 3 hits. These are going to be strength 4, so looking for 3s to wound. That's going to be 1 wound. Oh boy. 5 up invul save. Come on, you can do this, combat. You can do this, combat specialist. Give it to me, give it to me. Yeah, with the filth phase. Woo! And now the side cannon's going to do the exact same thing over there, but he's going to be hitting on 4s because he doesn't get his +1. So that's going to be 3 hits. These are going to be wounding on 2s. That's going to be 3 wounds. Come on. Can I get 3 fill faces? You can do it, Dice. You've done it before. You can do it again. No, you give me 1. So it's D. No, this one's 1 damage. So it's just the 1 damage. So here we go. And a 3, we'll give him a flesh wound.
We'll go 2 flesh.
And then this guy is going to go into my 2 flesh wound guy over here. That's going to be 3 hits there. He's going to be wounded on 3s. That's going to be 2 wounds. 2 5-up invul saves. Nope, make neither of them. So that's going to be 1 damage. That 1 gives him a 3rd flesh wound. Alrighty, so here we go. That's the end of the turn. I've got 6 guys that are out of action and 2 guys have flesh wounds. So I have to roll to see if I break. So here comes the break test. On a 5, they're good to go. I'm gonna spend 1 CP to let the guy in the back there auto pass. So I've got 2 guys that are within 2 of the objective that are gonna auto pass, and then they're gonna have the 1 guy in. That's gonna be his 1 guy that's within range of the objective there. So I will hold the point. But I do have to make 1 nerf test, or I have to take 2 nerf tests actually. So the first one will be onto this guy. So there are 6 guys out of action. 6 plus 2, but there's another guy. There's 2 guys within 3 inches of him, so he's going to be good to go. But he is going to be tough on my combat specialist here.
I need that 1.
I really needed that 1. I needed 1 for him to go to be able to be okay. Because the thing was, I needed this objective is what it comes down to, because I'm going to need those points. So here we go. Oh boy, here we go. Come on, combat specialist. You can do this. Roll that 1. No, he does not. So he will be shaken. 1 second. And actually, I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll it. I know it's a 1 in 6 chance, but you know what? If it happens, that would be great. There's always a chance, and I may as well spend my CP wisely for this. So here we go. Come on, you can do it. Roll that 1. Oh, the table. 1, 1, 1. Oh, it wanted 2, but no, it gave me that 5.
Worse.
It did get worse, I think. So he's even more scared. So he's going to be nervous, and these guys are going to be fine back over here. All right, so that is going to be it for the turn here. I scored 2 points for the middle one again, 1 point for here, and my opponent scores that 1 point there. So I am up 6 to 2 at this point, which is pretty good. But he could easily just like wipe me. So we'll see how this all goes. So that's going to be it for the movement for that. So now we're going to roll to see who will have the initiative going into this next turn. Rolled 3 to 4. So it didn't roll high, but it was enough. So Demons will be going first. All right, so here we go with the movement phase. We're going to have a bunch of charges is what we're going to have. So this guy back over here is going to declare both his leader and his combat specialist as charge fodder. So he's going to charge into them. They cannot see him. He's going to be able to re-roll this roll because of the banner guy, and he's going to have a +1 to the charge roll because of the musician there. Oh, I should also point out at the beginning of the battle round, my opponent spent 2 points for Heed the Prognosticator, which gives his leader here, or he chose his leader, so it's going to give him +1 to his saves, which is pretty good. So here we go. Here comes my roll. +1. Oh, with a 10, he'll get in. And now my banner bro here is going to charge into his leader. I'm going to be able to reroll, and I get +1 because of the if it's needed. Well, I'm definitely going to re-roll from himself there.
It might be needed.
Might be needed. With a 4, I don't think that's going to get him. Or a 5 is still maybe. Well, I'll come back.
Yeah.
All right, that wasn't enough to get in, so he's going to stay where he's at. So now the musician is going to charge into the leader over here. Again, getting to re-roll because of the banner, +1 because of himself with the musician. And a 4 is not going to be enough, so he's going to re-roll that. 7, which becomes an 8, should be enough. All right, so he did get in, which is barely because of himself, which is pretty good. So now the other 2 guys are going to charge in. They get +1 to their charge, so they cannot fail. So they're just going to go. One guy is going to charge into this guy. So he is actually, yeah, whoa. Where was that with the banner guy? So he's really getting in there. And then the other guy is going to charge into him. Yeah. All right, so that's going to be it for movement phase for the Demons. We will now show you movement phase for the Grey Knights. All right, movement phase. These 2 guys readied themselves. He moved up into the box over here, so he's within 2 inches of the objective, but still has a clear line of sight on my afraid combat specialist over there. So that is going to be poor combat specialist. So that's going to be that. So we will come back to you now with the psychic phase. All right, so psychic phase. We're going to start with the leader, who's going to go into my guy over here, who's closest. That's going to go off. So injury roll. Gives him a flesh wound. And now this guy over here.
He is going to
Oh,
smite
this guy is going to
into
smite.
this one.
He's going to get smite into this guy over here. That's going to go off. And that's going to take him out. All right, so we're going to start off the shooting phase now with this guy shooting his Stormbolter into my combat specialist over there. So it's going to be 4 shots hitting on 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. Wounded on 3s. Getting 3 wounds. 3 wounds because wound on 3. Tough 3. We'll get that in a second.
5 ups.
5 ups. Do it. Do it. Oh, yeah, with the 3 5 ups. Woo! And now the side cannon from the combat specialist is going to shoot into my Dubro. He is obscured, so hitting on 4s. That's going to be 1 hit.
Wounded on a 2.
Wounded on a 2. That is a wound. 5 up invul save. Oh, with the fill face. He's not going anywhere. All right, so now the silencer is going to fire through these 2 things into my banner bro back over here. He is obscured though, but gets +1 from the comms, so hitting on 3s. All right, all but 1 hit. These are going to be 3 up to wound. All right, so that's going to be 5 up saves. Can he do it? I'd say no. My heart kind of says no.
What does your gut say?
My gut also says no. But maybe Corn says yes. Does Corn say yes? No, Corn, ooh, he tried, but no, Corn does not say it. Corn started. So that's going to be D3 damage. 3 damage. Oh boy, here comes his injury roll. Needs a 4 up, right? Oh no, 5 up. Yes, 5 up because he's obscured. Oh, he gets it with the 2 6s. He's out. Alrighty, so here we go into the fight phase. We are both spending 2 CP for decisive strike because that's what it comes down to right here. This is going to be important. Every time. So let's see who's going to hit. Oh, with my 8, I will get to go first. So let's see how this goes. All right, so we're going to start with my Hornblower over there. He's got 1 base attack, but Bloodletters get +1 attack on the charge. They also get +1 strength on the charge. So he's going to be 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, and they're going to be AP -3. Wounds of a 6 with the Hellblade do 2 damage instead of 1, but otherwise they're going to be 1 damage apiece. So here we go. 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 1 hit. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll. Oh, do I reroll this now? 1 CP left. I've got 1 CP left. Oh, 1 second. All right, so I'm not going to reroll yet because I'm going to be wounding on 3s with this weapon now because of strength 5. That's a wound with a fill face, so it's going to be 2 damage. So here we go. He's the prognosticator, gets +1 to save, so he has a 5 up save. No, it doesn't happen. He's going to spend a CP to reroll that. Here we go. Oh, and he gets it. Oh, I needed that not to happen. All right, so now his Justicar is going to use his decisive strike attack to attack into my flesh wounded guy over here that still get to go. So he's going to be hitting on 3s. It's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
That's going to be 1 wound. I've got a 5 up save to make. Come on. Come on, 5 up. Come on. No, I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll this because I need him. I need him alive.
CP for it.
And I got the CP.
Reroll.
Yeah, with the 5! Woo!
He's got 3 flesh wounds.
So now my 1 flesh wound guy here is one flesh wound guy is going to go
Okay,
into his Justicar. We had a confusion because he thought I was going with the super flesh wounded guy. I'm going with the 1 flesh wounded guy here.
Yeah, that's fine.
So he's going to have his 2 attacks into his Justicar over there. These are going to be hitting on 4s because of the 1 flesh wound. Ooh.
Flesh wound paid off.
That one really hurt.
So he gets
And then this guy over here gets to go. He's going to have -3 to his hit, so he's going to be hitting on 6s.
Get
So
them
show me
fill
them fill faces, double fill faces. Getting no fill faces. If I had done the other roll, I would have been happier if I got his second there. So no hits there. And now his combat specialist is going to attack into me over here with his 2 attacks because of combat specialist. That's 2 hits. Wounding on both wounds, so 2 5 ups. No, failed them. So it's D3 damage.
Dead because I let 4 flesh wounds.
On the 4th one. Oh yeah, the 4th one. He's dead. Wah, wah.
You don't have CP.
All right, so that's the end of the turn here. So now we are into the morale phase. So I have to roll to see what happens with my team here. So I'm going to roll to see if I'm broken. Whew. The double fill faces, I am broken. So everyone's going to have to roll now. He's going to roll over here. Ooh, he is shaken. We're going to go with my 1 flesh wounded guy. I'm looking for 1s at this point. Nope. I got no CP. This guy back here. He does. He's fine. All right, so he's around. He believes. And then my leader over here. is also broken. So, oof, that one hurts. So, we now score. I've got one broken guy here, one shaken guy here, one non-shaken guy here. He's got two non-shaken guys here. So he's going to hold the middle objective. I don't hold the back objective. He holds his back objective. So he gets 3 points there. So the score is 6-5 right now. 6-5. Ooh.
We can bring it back, boys.
Ooh, boy. So here we go into turn 4. Possibly the last turn here. Let's see who has initiative.
8-10.
8-10. So,
Your one guy.
yeah, my one guy is not going to back out of combat, so he's just going to stay right there where he is. And that is going to be the end of my movement phase. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Grey Knights.
Light him up.
All right, so here we go. Movement phase. This guy over here is going, his combat specialist is going to charge into my flesh wounded guy there. And on a 6, he will get in. And that's it. Everyone else is going to ready, and he's going to stay in combat. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so now his leader's going to start us off here. Ooh, it's going to perils. So,
CP that?
1 second. All right, so my opponent's going to spend a CP to re-roll that whole test there.
Very yes.
Very yes. All right, so it does go off. So now roll to see if he is with a 3 because he's got a flesh wound already. And he is out. And then the other guy's going to do it onto my hornblower over there. That's also going to go off there. And a 3 takes a flesh wound. All right, shooting phase. Stormbolter from here into the combat specialist. That is going to be 3 hits. That is 3 wounds. Can you do it again, buddy? Can you do it again? No, he can't do it again. So +1 to this one. Oh, takes another flesh wound. All right, so now the silencer with the comms +1 is shooting into my dude bro over there. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 3 wounds. And he is going to be taking 1 at least, so D3 damage. 1 damage, so +2 to this roll. He is out. Alrighty, so because the guy he declared a charge against is dead, he doesn't actually get to attack. So we are going to go into my regular guy since I have initiative, who's going to attack into his leader. I've only got 1 attack because I didn't charge. It's going to be hitting on 4s because I do have a flesh wound now. So here we go. Hitting on 4. I'm going to spend my only CP to re-roll that. Yeah, with that hit. There we go. That's how you do it. Wounding on a 4. No wound. Womp womp. And now his Justicar is going to swing back at me on 3s. That's going to be 2 hits. On 3s, that's 2 wounds. 5 ups. No, make 1 but fail 1. D3 damage. 2 damage, so 2 injury rolls. +1. 3, so still a flesh wound. Oh! All right, that's the end of the fight phase. But my opponent's going to spend 2 CP to fight again because he does not like this guy.
Honor the chapter.
Honor the chapter. Here we go.
No mercy.
No mercy. Taking him down. Getting 1 hit. He does get that wound. Give me the 5 up. No! D3 damage. Oh, 1. Damage. Here we go. Here we go. Roll a 1. Ah! Woo! All right, so that's the end of the turn. Remember, I'm broken. So we're going to roll to see if my guy over here is around. No, he's going to be shaken. And this guy back here, my leader, no, he's super shaken. So, my guys are all shaken. That's the end of turn 4. My opponent scores another 3 points to my 0, putting him at 6, 7, 8 to 6 at the end of turn 4. And I can't do anything to come back. So we're going to call it right here because a Grey Knight's victory. I didn't kill anything, but that was still pretty fun. I don't think I didn't even put a flesh wound on anything. His guys were pretty solid. So yeah, that was rough. I made a mistake when I just tried to get everyone as close as possible at turn 1. Really what I should have done is gotten everyone into out of line of sight turn 1 and then advance the second turn and just like try to weather the shots on turn 2 and getting the charge off on turn 3. I think that would have done me a lot of good. This is the first time I've ever tried the Demons, so cut me a little bit of slack there, but yeah, first time playing Grey Knights. Okay. So it's a little bit easier to play.
Playing on very hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm over here playing like Dark Souls on like ultra hard, and you're over there playing like Tetris. Yeah, no, Tetris on like super easy or something like that, where they only give you like the 4 block straight line blocks. So, but it was, I mean, obviously you can hear us laughing. It was a ton of fun. I always love this. And it was a quick game. So even if you get raffle stomped, like maybe I did, you just re-rack and you can have another game, which is super fun, super fun. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Harrison. Until next time, have fun.